Hey Rabbits, it's Trixie, and in many of my videos I talk about the mistakes that non-Germans make when they speak German. But what about the things that I myself screw up all the time? I dare to say that I'm usually not making many mistakes speaking my native language. However, there are some words that I happen to say wrong all the time. They're basically my German language kryptonite. In this video, I'm gonna face my enemies and tell you about these words. This way we can learn together how to use them correctly, and maybe it's also gonna make you feel a little bit better about your own struggles if you're currently learning German. Because even native speakers, even the ones that claim to be German teachers on YouTube, are not perfect. I've heard many German learners claim that the 3 articles in German are what scares them the most. Der, das, die. I just wanna die, is what some of them must end up thinking. But truth be told, even Germans screw up the articles sometimes. Personally, I can never get the gender of the 2 following words right. The first one, Germans from Bavaria may feel the urge to slap me with a slice of Leberkäse now, is the Brezel. While some people argue over whether it's die Brezel or das Brezel, I say der Brezel. I know, don't get your lederhosen in a twist, Bavarians. It's wrong and I'm trying to get used to saying die, but sometimes der Brezel still slips out of my mouth. Not literally, of course, pretzels are delicious. A schmankerl. And in my defense, words ending in el tend to be masculine. Der Löffel, der Apfel, der Vogel, der Trottel, der Pinsel.
Die Nadel, die Kugel, die Insel, das Segel, das Ferkel.
Psst. And the other one I say wrong since I was a child, the German word for the ghost. Instead of der Geist, I almost always say das Geist. This time I don't even have an excuse other than there's also das Gespenst and that's neuter, so ghosts are simply things in my head.
Ooh, I've been a real human being once. How can you objectify me like that?
Wait, do I have a hater sidekick and a ghost now telling me what I can and can't do?
Well, actually, it was just me, but how dare you?
Wow, if all this madness in my videos is a representation of what's going on in my mind, then wabba-lubba-dub-dub. Next up, a preposition that I tend to apply the wrong case to. Wegen. It means something like because or due to, and it usually takes the genitive. Wegen meines kaputten Autos konnte ich nicht zu deiner Party kommen.
As if you are ever invited to parties.
Anyway, many people, including me, may instead accidentally say wegen meinem kaputten Auto, which is dative. Not because they are too stupid, just because it's not convenient to use the genitive. It's not worth the effort. I think the preposition wegen taking the genitive is one of the examples where the German language is perceived as too complicated even by many or most Germans. Since it means because of, wegen is often used to make accusations. Does it feel great when you're angry and you can say, oh, you're asking why I'm mad? Well, because of you. If you're thinking, poor Eric now, then you're right. But in this example, you is the last word you use. You can put all your rage into it. Isn't that great? You! 'Cause of you! In German, the correct way of saying this would be deinetwegen, something like yours because, which doesn't feel like the real deal to me. It's too long, too weak. Deinetwegen. Meh, so what? You! See what I mean? Therefore, unsurprisingly, many Germans say the wrong wegen dir. So, long story short, I'm guilty, but I feel good about it. I'll not change my punchy style of speaking wegen diesem Wort. Word number 4 has made many people laugh at me. And honestly, I don't even know myself why I say it this way. The word is der Schornstein, the chimney. And I really have to focus to pronounce it correctly. Usually I say Schornstein. Schornstein. Exactly, a sharp S sound when it should be a sh. Which is weird because whenever a syllable starts with ST or SP in German, it's usually sh. And I know that. So where does this st come from?
You know, maybe your brain tries to tell you that you're stupid.
Yeah, or that your comments stink. Funnily enough, I never say der Stein. There I know it's Stein. Obviously. So I guess we'll never solve the mystery of why I mispronounce Schornstein. But maybe it's gonna make one or two of you feel better about the way that you speak. Another word that I already drove quite some family members and friends nuts with is a word I simply invented. It doesn't exist, but I use it all the time as if it did, even though I made it up.
Then maybe you shouldn't mention it on your channel where you're teaching German.
So whenever I want to say that I did something earlier than expected, let's say I chose to take an earlier train, you may hear me telling someone, hey, ich komme schon um 2. Ich habe einen Ehrenzug genommen. Great, right? Just that I simply invented the word Ehren. There is the word eher, which means earlier or sooner, but you cannot just use it as an adjective like that. Instead, you should choose früher. Einen früheren Zug or einen Zug früher. But just to be completely sure, I googled einen Ehrenzug nehmen and nope, it's 100% made in Trixieland. Actually, Google even suggested, did you mean einen Zug nehmen? So I guess if taking a train is better than saying Ehren, I really screwed up this time. What else do I have to confess? Let's talk about a word that I say correctly, but until recently I totally misinterpreted its meaning. Der Bandscheibenvorfall. That's a medical condition where parts of the intervertebral disc prolapse into the spinal canal. Dr. Trixie, always at your service. Anyway, in this case, der Vorfall is a medical term. It describes a prolapse, something herniating. But since I didn't study medicine, I thought it meant what I knew as der Vorfall, the incident or an event. Wow, der Bandscheibenvorfall. What an event. I bet that's the party we all want to go to.
You know, I want to take back what I said earlier. That may actually be a party you would get invited to.
Thanks. Achievement unlocked, I guess. But that's not all. There are many more words that I use to misinterpret. Not only parts of them, but the whole thing. I basically thought that they mean the opposite of what they actually mean. The first one is schmächtig. Now considering that mächtig means powerful or massive, and that food starting with sch normally makes you fat. Schweinebraten, Schmalz, Schokolade. I always thought it meant chubby, but it actually describes a skinny person. The opposite. Now, I agree, my reasoning for this may be a bit flimsy. If you're not convinced yet, here is another word that means slim, but it shouldn't. Have you ever heard the word vollschlank? Now, if I tell you that schlank means slim and voll means full, don't you agree that vollschlank should translate to fully slim, so completely slim? Well, it doesn't. It means full-figured or plump. And that's stupid! I refuse to ever use this word in the correct way. Last adjective on my list of words that are the opposite of what I think they are, sternenklar. It's a beautiful word and it literally translates to star, clear. So shouldn't it mean clear of stars? Free from stars? There are no stars to be seen in the whole night sky. Says the German language. That would be way too easy. It means that there are lots of stars in the sky because it's free from clouds, you know? Okay, so you're telling me that you put a clear in a word with another noun. And it means that there is lots of this noun because there is little of another noun that is not even mentioned.
Wow, that almost makes less sense than this channel having 200k subscribers.
The last thing I want to talk about, this. If you ever happen to assemble a furniture piece from IKEA, you know what it is and how essential it is. Essential as in the world would fall apart if this tool wouldn't exist. Or, well, at least all the furniture in it, literally. So wouldn't it be convenient to know its name? Well, I don't. I looked it up several times, but I either forget about it or I'm just too lazy to say this complicated word. Which is why I invented my own name for this amazing tool. Ladies and gentlemen, der Dödel. Yeah, I know, it's a slang word for the one-eyed cobra. But seriously, what's easier to say? Der Dödel or der Winkelschraubendreher? Der Innensechskantschlüssel? See? Dödel it is! Alright, rabbits, what do you think about all these words I mispronounce or misinterpret? And do you like my invented words? Which are the words that you always screw up in your own native language? Let's collect them in the comments and laugh about ourselves together. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that it made you feel a bit better about your own struggles maybe. So if you enjoyed it, share your thoughts and give this video a thumbs up, because that would make me really happy. If the embarrassing mistakes I make didn't scare you off, then you can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Also, here is a video that you should definitely check out as well. Subscribe to Don't Trust the Rabbit for more videos like this one, and if you want to support my channel even a bit more, then you can also find me on Patreon. I would really appreciate your help. Now I wish you all a beautiful doodle, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!